Hey guys, today we're going to show you how to swap out your stock headlights for our new projector headlights on a 2015 and up F150. Let's take a look at the headlights and see what the similarities and the differences are. Here we have the stock headlight and our new headlight. So just from face value, the stock one's chrome, no projectors. It's got a low beam, parking light, and a high beam. Ours has the extra styling that we added. This all lights up white. We have the low beam projector, the parking light, the high beam projector, and then we also have the reflectors, just like stock, but ours up here has an LED in it for parking lights. We also have the same mounting locations as far as stock goes, here, here, and here, as well as the tops and the sides. Let's take a look at the backs of these lights. Right off the start, we have our adjusters. This is for the low beam, which is this upper beam. And then we have added an adjuster for the high beam for up and down. We have the parking and turn signal sockets here. We have the high and low beam sockets here. And then we also have the parking light sockets out here. If you want to change out your light bulbs, you simply twist. It has a rubber seal in here, so whenever you twist this off, you want to make sure that you put some lithium grease around this gasket. That way when you made it back together, it creates a really good seal. This is the best time to change out your bulb. To do that, you remove the connector just by pulling straight out. To remove the bulb, you push down on these two wings here, and this keeper will swing up, just like so. You can pull the bulb straight out. You never want to touch the glass on the bulb. And then you just replace your bulb back in the holder. You want to make sure that it sits flush. That way it doesn't angle a certain way and give you a weird beam pattern. Put your keeper back over and hook it, both sides. And you're done. Here's a few tools that you'll need to complete this job. Panel popper, a 3/8 long extension, a 3/8 drive ratchet, 3/8 deep 10mm socket, a 1/4 inch drive extension, 1/4 inch drive ratchet, and a 7/32 socket. Okay guys, it's time to get started on replacing the headlights. First, you're going to want to pop open the hood of your truck. Now we can start removing the headlight. Okay, in order to remove the front trim on the truck, you'll need to remove two 7/32 screws from the front fender. If you have a fender flare, a lot of times it's easier just to remove that from the vehicle. If you have the stock one, you'll still have to remove these in order to pull the trim off. You'll just want to loosen these up and pull them out. For the purpose of this video, I actually removed our full fender flare so you can see the location of the bolts better. Let's start removing this front trim. In order to remove this front trim, all we have to do is take our panel popper tool, or a flat blade works good too, is get under here, like so, pull that up. You can pull off this top piece so you don't lose it, and then you'll just get underneath this, pop it out, so you can pull this off. Now we're ready to pull off the front headlight trim. After you've removed your top pin here, you just want to grab underneath right here and pull out. It'll all just unsnap, and you just gently slide it all out, all the way around, and it comes right off just like that. Set this off to the side, and now we're ready to start taking the headlights out. Once you've removed your front trim, you'll see there are a few bolts down here. You need to remove this 10mm bolt, this one, and this one. You may, on a stock vehicle, also have two bolts here that will need to be pulled out in order to pull this bottom piece off. Next, we have one bolt inside of here. That's the reason for the long extension. And then we also have a 10mm bolt here and a 10mm bolt here. Okay, once you have the bolts out of this bottom piece, you'll notice that it's loose, but you can't get it out. There is a small tab right here that you have to press on the backside by reaching behind here, and pressing it down in order to get it to come out. Okay, once this is loose, go ahead and pull it out. To remove the headlights, all you have to do is lift up a little bit and pull out. Don't pull all the way out, as you'll see that there are some connectors in the back that you have to disconnect before removing it completely from the vehicle. To remove these, you just push down on the tab and pull directly straight out. Same thing for this one, and then also this one on the side. We're now ready to put in our new light. You want to reverse the steps that you took this out to get it back in. Plug everything back in. Everything just plugs right in and snaps in. Very easy to do. No wiring. Slide it back in. Line up all your holes. And it'll snap right back in. Now you can start putting all your bolts back in along the side and then reassemble everything else. Once you have the light in, before you start reassembling anything, you want to just go ahead and put your two top mounting screws. You don't have to be fully tight, you just want to get them in there so your light doesn't fall out. It's always a good idea to start them by hand so you don't cross thread or strip anything out. This goes in back the same way. You'll see that there's tabs here on the bottom that slide into this channel down here. And then each one of these snaps right into the openings here on the headlight. So it all goes back in. Snaps all the way down. Push tab just pops right back in like that. And then you'll line this up. There's a bigger end and a smaller end on this. You just want to, until it slides in smoothly, that'll lock it down. Now that the truck's all back together, we can close the hood and check out what they look like.